Welcome. In front of me is a OPPO A74, and today I'll show you a couple tweaks and tricks you can do on this phone. Now, starting off, we're going to begin with the dark mode, which can be quickly enabled through the notification panel. So right over here we have the toggle. Once you tap on it, it will turn on system-wide dark mode. Now additionally, you can also hold the toggle to access the settings of it. And from here we'll have things like auto switch, which will switch automatically based on the time. So you can set up some additional settings right here, adjust wallpaper in dark mode or to dark mode, and just change the colors. But honestly, the auto switch is probably one of the better options right here. So anyway, moving on to the next one, it's going to be the 90 Hz refresh rate, which you can find under the display and brightness and settings, and then more, and you should have screen refresh rate. Now right here we do have an animation of how it will affect the display. Now this is a greatly exaggerated version of it, but virtually that is what it does. As you can see right here, this is closer to like 10 frames rather than 60, but anyway. And here we have the 90. So it will make the content look a little bit smoother than it normally does when you're scrolling up and down and moving through different pages. Additionally, it will consume a little bit more battery. If that is something that you are concerned, then you might want to stick with 60 instead. Now moving on to the next option, it's going to be the app drawer. By default, I believe it comes with an app drawer. So overall the settings right here, again, home screen and lock screen. Right here we have the home screen mode, which will allow you to choose from the app drawer, the standard, which is something that I would kind of call like an Apple feel like. So all the icons are smack in the middle of your home screen, and then simple mode, which is designed for a little bit elderly people, I would consider, because all the icons are a little bit bigger, their spacing between them is far greater, and everything is just overly enlarged a little bit more. So you can choose whichever one you want. Now here we do have a little bit of an indication of how it affects each one of them, but it's just like that. Not much more to it. I'm gonna stick with app drawer anyway, so I'm just gonna back out of here and move on to the next option, which is the swipe down for notifications. Now by default we do have a search engine right here when you swipe down, and when you swipe up we have the apps. But we can go into the settings, home screen, and from here we have swipe down on home screen to get notifications. And this will allow you to swipe down for notifications. Now personally, I prefer this way more because you don't have to reach all the way to the top to get it down. All you need to do is just swipe up anywhere on the screen and you will pull down the notification, which is just amazing. Now, anyway, moving on to the last option, it's the split screen, which allows you to use two different apps at the same time. So all you need to do is go into the recent as I just did and tap on the two dots and you will have split screen option. Apparently settings does not support split screen on this phone, which is for some reason shocking. But anyway, let's open up an app that should be supported, like this one. So as you can see right now we're in split screen. By default opens up the application and then minimizes it so we can open up another application to split screen with, like so. And as you can see, we can now use two different apps at the same time. And for YouTube, it is specifically helpful because you can play some video in there and basically consider it playing in the background while you're browsing the web and doing all kinds of other stuff. And additionally, if you go home, it does not close YouTube, which would be on the top. It just kind of minimizes it to this tiny little slit right here, but still it will continue to play whatever is playing in the background there. Now it will obviously pause the video when you lock the device, as it normally does. So that being said, this will conclude all the tweaks and tricks that I wanted to share, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.